Here we go. All righty. Happy Wednesday, people. I cannot believe that we are at the end of September. Can you girls believe it? Like, oh my God, time is going by so fast. Before you know it, Christmas will be here. It is crazy. And I find myself saying this in the beginning of every team call that I'm like, I can't believe we're here. But I really feel like if time is flying by, it is crazy. But with that being said, at the end of the day, whether it's going by fast or slow, we wanted to bring you, Stacy and I, some mindset talk and some leadership talk, because in the end, we are all leaders. And for us to really be able to be profitable and to move this business forward for whatever it is that, you are working this business, maybe it's not about the income. Maybe for you, it's, getting over, a trauma. And so you're using the accountability in the community to grow yourself. Or maybe it is for leadership skills because you really just want to work on yourself and your mindset, whatever it is, because I know that I joined really because of the community. Whatever it is, we feel that mindset, number one, is key. I mean, success leaves clues, and all the top coaches say that mindset is everything. But I think the world needs leaders. And at least when I look at my household, my husband is definitely, one that makes all like so many decisions. And I love that, because I always tell him, you make the decision. I don't want to like carry the pressure. But at the end of the day, we're all leaders in our own way, And I know that what I just said about my marriage, like that is, my gosh, that's, not everybody works that way. I was just making a comment that for me, I love that he's like the leader, that he can kind of like take that role of making like huge decisions where I'm kind of like, I can pitch in, but he does it. But at the end of the day, I am a leader in other areas. And so, and my boys see that he's a leader in some areas. I'm a leader. We're all leaders, right? We have strengths, we have weaknesses. It's all just, so intertwined. But I think that deep down inside, I think that as long as we know that we all have what it takes to be a leader inside, I think that then we could put it into practice more so. So I have a little presentation that I'm going to go ahead and share, and then Stacy's going to, just pour into us. But I do want to share that I am reading the 5 a.m. Club. I toggle from books to books just because sometimes if I'm reading a book and it's not serving me, I will be very, keen as to, okay, let me move on to this one or the other one, because I feel that if the book is touching me and I could radiate that energy, it doesn't really matter if it's, from the same book or not. Nobody really even knows what book I'm reading unless if I share it. So for me, I almost feel like, whatever it is that I'm grabbing from whatever book, it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not one to like, oh, I have to start and I have to finish. I kind of like I go wherever I feel that it is speaking to me. So I wanted to share that because I'm on chapter 7, and the first 6 chapters, I mean, I've highlighted so much, but I love how it does talk about being a leader. And, there's a lot that I've been highlighting, and I'm going to share a couple of quotes from here. So if you want to invest in a good book that's going to talk about leadership, your morning routine, how to elevate your life, and all those things, that's a great book. But let me go ahead and share my screen, and then we can get started. All right. So leadership and mindset. Leadership is about making a difference right where you are planted. It doesn't matter if you feel you have the skill or not. It doesn't matter if you have one person around you or 300. I don't think it matters that you have a degree or a certificate hanging on the wall. I believe that leadership is all about becoming your best and, leading from the front, like setting the example right where you are, no matter where you are. And that quote comes straight from this book, The 5 a.m. Club. Let's dig a little bit deep. Let's unpack that. So first thing I think about with leadership and mindset is you've got to be wearing those lenses of gratitude, right? If you're not wearing those lenses of gratitude, I think a lot of fear and overwhelm can set in, but I know that fear and gratitude cannot coexist, right? So let's focus on gratitude because it unlocks the fullness of life. completely unlocks the fullness of life. And I promise you that if you're wearing those lenses of gratitude, you tend to focus on the things that you have versus the things that you don't. And let me tell you, that alone has helped me in my life to take 10 steps forward in the most challenging times. Why? Well, let's talk about what gratitude does. Let's unpack gratitude. Gratitude increases happiness. It reduces stress. It improves sleep, believe it or not. It enhances abundance. It improves relationships, and it boosts your self-esteem. Gratitude for me is the most critical value that anyone can ever possess or be in a state of or carry with them, because gratitude is truly, I feel like if it's the gift that keeps on giving. Because if we are in a state of gratitude, we can also share that with others. So that's something that we really should be focusing on every single day, which leads us into mindset, right? Let's talk about mindset. Are you ladies, waking up in the morning and saying, okay, let me work on some gratitude and let me affirm what it is that I'm grateful for, and let me claim what it is that I want to achieve. So I put this little graphic in case if you don't even know where to start, or maybe you're kind of like, oh, I'm bogged down with the same affirmations that I'm always telling myself and you want to change it up. I invite you to share in the chat your own affirmations if you want, or make a comment, but at the end of the day, I know that I start off with just thanking, like the universe and God for everything I have. And then I go into, after I do my prayers, I go into affirmations. And my affirmations are all about my goals, what I want to achieve, and success. So here are 3 simple affirmations that you can write down or take a picture of and have with you and save it on your phone. And every morning you can start your day off like that. And then maybe like at lunch, you can look at it again. And then maybe at dinner time, you could look at it again. Success isn't above me. I want you ladies to leave the call today feeling that you are deserving of success and you are worth it. Because success is defined by you yourself. It is not what I think it should be. It is what you want to achieve in your life. I remember when I first became a stay-at-home mom, I had quite a few friends that kind of like questioned me, like, really? That's what you want to do for the rest of your life? And I remember telling quite a few friends and family members, this to me is the ultimate success. It is not the degree on the wall. It is raising my own kids. And so you define your success, right? Because as much as I love my mom and my mother-in-law, I wanted to raise my kids. I didn't want someone else. And I didn't really want to put them in a daycare, because for me, ultimate success was raising them, being present, teaching them, and being, able to see every single little thing that they did. So that's something that I really want you to maybe close your eyes or reflect on. What is it that you define success as? What is success for you? And then once you envision it, write down an affirmation regarding that, because this is all mindset work that's going to help you pour into others and grow your business. Number 2, I am taking the action to get to my goals. Ladies, if we are not taking action, if we are not inviting, if we are not following up, if we are not doing our workout, if we are not making the good choices of, growing ourselves and our mindset and taking the time to read or listening to an audible and fueling our bodies with healthy foods, if we are not taking those actions, goals will never be achieved. They won't. Goals do not just poof, they happened and they came about because a magic wand was, just whatever handed to you. Goals get achieved because the action is behind it. Okay? The action is behind it. I wrote something in my vision board the other day that I heard. I remember I think it was in a podcast, and I want to say it was Rob Dial. I think he's the mindset mentor. He talked about that we should have such action that you call it championship behavior. Does a champion sit out, or does that person take action? Does that person just think about the action, or does that person do the things? Does the student that needs to graduate from college just sit and wait to pass tests, or do they study? Do we moms just sit back, relax, and expect the kitchen to come up with a meal to feed our children, or do we take the action to nourish our children? Right? So if we are not taking action, do not sit and complain, or we have no right to sit and complain about our goals not being achieved, because if we are not taking the action, the goals are not going to get accomplished. And the last one that I have here is I'm saying yes to abundance. A lot of times we complain about, oh, people are ghosting me, or, oh my gosh, I'm getting so many no's, or, oh my God, there's so many objections out there. Continue to say yes to abundance, because I promise that if you change your mindset, they will come. Continue to do the action, believe that you're deserving of success, and say yes to abundance. It is all about your thinking, putting it together with action, and really just sharing your leadership skills onto the world, or whoever it is that you are, pouring into, your audience, your loved ones, whatever it is. All right, let's move on a little bit to leadership. Leadership is when you become a bigger person, you will automatically become a better leader and a greater producer. So it's kind of like what Jim Rohn talks about. When you work on yourself, you will then see the reward, the biggest reward you will ever think of. It's all about growing ourselves. I know Christina Delgado, my coach, is always saying, your income will reflect how much you're working on yourself. She's always saying that. And I think that comes from Tony Robbins. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm quoting a lot of people that are top people: Rob Dial, Tony Robbins, Christy Delgado, Jim Rohn, the 5 a.m. Club book, which is Robin Sharma. Like, I'm giving you stuff where you can actually do your research and say, she's talking facts. She's giving us the goods that successful people abide by and practice and are putting into their daily actions to move
Hi, ladies.
forward. So what do we do? If you tell me, let's talk a little bit and unpack mindset, because a lot of times people are like, well, I feel so stuck, or I'm doing all the things, but nothing is happening. So I wanted to dig deep into a little bit of like a gut check to see if maybe I can help you achieve a mindset where then every day you could think about this call and then just, do the things that you need to do. So if you're feeling stuck, let's do a little reflection and gut check, because I'm sure that if you're feeling stuck in your business, it's probably because you're not doing these things. So number one, are you sharing on your stories and on your social media? Are you sharing your own story on social media? A lot of times, some of my coaches are like, I'm not hitting Success Club. And when I look at their stories, there's not one story. And they post in their feed maybe once every 3 or 4 days. I'm so sorry, but girls, people don't know that you're open for business if you are not posting. We've got to be posting on our feed at least once a day. And in your stories, people are there because they want to see you. So that's number one gut check. Are you sharing on your stories, on your social media, and are you sharing your story? I am constantly sharing how I am a recovering binge eater. Number two, am I connected to the team? So this one, I'm going to give you a little tough love, and I hope that you take it in a positive way. But a lot of times people are like, well, this is not working. And when I look at what they're doing, they're not attending the team calls. They're not on the team calls the whole time, right? And this is not, to make you feel bad. I know everybody has a life, but we've got to prioritize time into our business, and team calls are where you become connected to not only your team and your business partners, but you stay connected to the bigger vision and the big picture of what Beachbody is. We each individuals make Beachbody. Beachbody, yes, it is a company that has a mission, but without us, there would be no Team Beachbody. So Yesenia, Stacy, Brenda, Sharona, Melissa, each are who make Beachbody. So you have to stay connected for you to understand the magnitude that this is way bigger than us. So it is about investing time to attend the calls, and it is about attending live events, and it is about staying on the full hour, and it is about doing your power hours together with your team. And yes, could you say, well, Susie, I catch the recording or I work in pockets of time? Absolutely. But there also has to be some time that you can say, well, these 2 days out of the week, I'm going to listen to a donation call and I'm going to be live on my team call. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, I will do a power hour. And then maybe on Friday, I'll listen to the National Wake Up Call. I'm just saying, like, we've got to be a little bit better about being connected to the team. If we are going to call each other or ourselves a CEO and we're going to treat this like a business, you've got to show up, ladies. You've got to show up, because this is what's going to make your business forward. And if you don't show up, that's fine. But again, look at your business. Does it reflect what you're doing? Number 3, am I having regular conversations? So guys, here I've learned this a lot lately, that ever since I've been talking a lot about anxiety, my conversations are, they're blowing up through the roof. And I'm not talking about Beachbody at all. I'm talking about anxiety. And I have so many conversations going. And I came to a realization the other day that I know I have OCD, and I tend to look at Instagram. And when I see that there's a number, I tend to say, okay, let me go through all the conversations, because I don't want to see that notification number. I've learned that I have to do quite the opposite. The more numbers I see there, the better it is for me. That is called a pipeline. So if you are having a lot of conversations, even if they have nothing to do with Beachbody, that's good. That means that people are watching you. That means that people want to converse with you. They want to interact with you, and they're trusting you. And if they trust you, they will want to do life with you. They will want to do this with you. They will want to work out with you. They will want to buy from you. They will want to take your value, your tips, and your tricks. Number 4, what am I inviting to right now? If you do not know what you're inviting to, you're probably not going to invite. So you have to have a marketing strategy all the time to know when you're doing your challenge group and when you're going to probably do like a sneak peek, because those are the 2 opportunities that Beachbody, has a mission for. It's wellness and the business opportunity. So do a gut check. Have you, in the last 72 hours, have you talked in your stories about that you have a challenge group coming up or a sneak peek? In the last 72 hours, have you shared a transformation with an invite to your next boot camp? In the last 72 hours, have you invited to the business opportunity and shared how much maybe $50 a week just gave you your gas tank? Number 5, who am I inviting? Who are you talking to? Who is that person on the other side that can say, yes, I need this? Oh my gosh, I could relate to you. I absolutely need to do this for myself. I want to join you. What's in it for them? Who are you inviting, and how are you talking to them? Because lately, when I do my stories, I don't just say, hey, I have a boot camp coming up. You're going to get, fitness workouts. You're going to get nutrition, and you're going to get me as your coach. I no longer do that anymore. I tell them, what's in it for you? What's in it for you is that you're going to move your body, and you're going to have so much variety of workouts to choose from. You're going to have the accountability in my group, and you're going to have my coaching support. What's in it for you? You are in the driver's seat, and you get to pick from 2 nutrition programs with customized options. For example, intermittent fasting, or portion control, or volume eating. You also get your smart supplements, and you are in control of that. And that is what's going to make you reach your goals. So what's in it for you? All of that, my friend. And let them see, oh yes, that's exactly what I need. Because if they don't see that and you can't paint that picture for them, they're going to think that all you're doing is trying to sell to them. All right, so quickly, let's just break that down. We're going back to number one. Am I sharing my story on social media? Do people know you're on a journey and that they can join you? Again, these are just reflections. Number two, am I connected to the team? The team gives you ideas, motivation, and helps you borrow belief. Think about what I'm telling you here. Number three, am I having regular conversations? Conversations to get you to help others, and helping others say yes builds your income. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on this one. Lately, my conversations have been about anxiety. So what have I been doing? I've been sharing the book on anxiety that I've been reading. I'm giving them value. I'm helping them. The conversations have nothing to do with Beachbody. And yet when I tell them, hey, have you read Anxious for Nothing? Some of them have said yes. And some of them have said no. And I'm like, here's the link. Girl, you need this right now in your life if you're complaining about anxiety. So think of how you can do that too. Number four, what am I inviting to right now? When you know what you're inviting to, you will do it. I just said that. Number five, who am I inviting? Invite the people who notice you, the ones that are watching your stories, the ones that are liking, the ones that are commenting. The more conversations you have, the more people will notice you, because remember, the algorithm pushes your post when you have a lot of DMs going or happening at once. And I'll close it out with be resourceful. We have the fitness workouts, we have the mindset podcasts, and the national wake up calls and the training calls and all that stuff, and we have community. Ladies, lean into that, and I promise you that the leader that's inside of you will come out if you lean in to all the resources that we have and to the community. And I promise that when you tap into that power and you place yourself in a place of the right mindset, that you have everything you need to be, the one that takes your story to another level. You're the voice of your story. You are the hero to everything that you live out. You will absolutely then skill transfer that into your life and into your business. And your team is going to see that. Your audience is going to see that. Your clients are going to see that. And the people that you love the most are going to see that. So think about that and let that, be that fuel that's going to just, help you move forward and shine your light. Because being a leader is shining your own light, no matter how it is. It may not be what you think other people may need, or maybe you're worried about what they think. You do you. Shine your light. So that's what I have for you. And I'll go ahead and pass it on now to Stacy.
So what I love most is in that picture, Susie and I went to NLC, right? Literally, I think it was like a month before our whole lives changed with COVID. And the magnet was under all of our seats. And it said, don't be casual about your, it says, don't be casual. And he extended that on the stage, Kevin, and he said, don't be casual about your business. Don't be casual about your wellness. Don't be casual about, inviting and building and producing, and it's interesting tonight for me, especially because, the big thing that Susie and I really promote, and really it's not even a promote, it is a belief that I truly believe that the sisters that we have here, guys, no one in here is in competition for one another. We are a sisterhood, right? We want everybody to have what they want. And that is a beautiful thing. So literally I can say like to Melissa, what do you want? And Melissa will say, whatever, right? And me and Susie and everybody else will go, let's do it, right? And that's a powerful thing. Let's do it, because we don't dish out excuses or being not casual. We're beyond casual, right? We're elevating life. You have to be the leader and the voice of your story. Today I went back for a follow-up on my mammogram today. So 6 months ago was my very first mammogram. And I have, very new to it, I'm a nervous Nelly. I turn into probably a 7-year-old when I go to doctor's offices. And I had to get a call back 6 months ago. And they're like, we need to see you back in 6 months. We see a spot on your right. And I was like, lovely. First mammogram, first call back. Awesome. Right? Like that was anxiety at Target with my daughter. And it was an awful sinking feeling 6 months ago. Lo and behold, it's normal to do that, by the way. So if you haven't had that, it's very normal to get a call back. So just know that. But today I had to go back for that follow-up. And rather than pushing my anxiety away, I was really watching the way I tousled with it and was trying to move it. And when I tried to move it, it would get louder. And my body had different sensations. So I immediately started to go, okay, my neck's feeling really tight. Oh, wow, I have like that tightness right here on the left-hand side. Like I was being very specific of paying attention to my body parts, right? And if my mom was talking to me, I was like, you know what, I can't talk right now. And she was like, why? I go, well, I'm just nervous about my mammogram. And she's like, oh my God, Stacey, you just need to relax. But no, I needed to be with what I was feeling. Right. And so with that being said, I went and did my mammogram and all was great. And she was like, you're fine. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I could hug you, but these COVID rules, or whatever, it's fine. But there was something important with my salon, the business here with Beachbody, and my wellness. And everything happened for a reason tonight. And I want to share that with you. A lot of us run away when the stuff gets bad. I can't do this business right now. I'm really just stressed out. I just have so much going on my plate. But this business, it's not about selling. It's not about the people. It's about you. That's the thing. So now we have these 3 columns in our business, you guys. We have customer, we have preferred customer, and we have coach. Which one are you? You can, right now, you might be a coach, right? But are you? Are you, right? I'll tell you what a customer is. A customer probably is going to quit in 2 months. So sign them up and get ready for them to leave, right? A preferred customer means they really are ready to give this a go and work on their consistency. A coach is done with their bullshit and they are ready to level up their life. Quitting is not an option anymore. Their wellness is not a non-negotiable item anymore, and they will do what it takes to lean into the team. I am a coach because I need a non-negotiable life. Who needs a non-negotiable life? Who needs a non-negotiable way to vision and dreams, right? Like, we are not a non-negotiable team. You are not a non-negotiable vision. None of it is, right? And today was beautiful because as I was driving home from my hair salon, every single thing that I do is in the name of wellness. Hair is wellness. Doesn't it make you feel good? Doesn't it make you feel good to go get your hair cut? You freaking love it. And just side note really quickly, it's very interesting. I am in 2 careers, 2, hair and wellness, right? Do you know what's so fascinating with women? I can get a woman to spend $200 on their hair, no problem. But when it comes to a freaking challenge pack, I don't know really anything about it. You want some Olaplex? Yeah, sign me up. How much is it? 50? I don't care. Let's go. Like, I mean, come on. And it's funny because I am in 2 careers where it is like, let's do it, girl. And the other one is like, well, I don't really know, And I'll tell you what the difference is because I see it. The first with the hair, instant gratification, instant feel good. I know when I come out of that hair salon, I'm going to feel good. My mood's going to be on point. And I'm gonna be like, I'm on it. Like, I'm gonna go out on a date. My hair, look at those foils. Like, shit, I'm glad I upgraded to a full highlight. Partial highlight, no. Like, do you see what I'm saying? It's an instant feel good, by the way, that somebody else gave you. I gave it to you. You sat down and paid for it. You made an appointment. I did the work, right? In the wellness, you pay for it and you got to do the work. So now you don't want to pay for it because you got to do it. Isn't it interesting? Like, it's crazy when I notice that. And I'm like, do you know how rewarding it is for me to sit there and foil your hair for an hour and a half? And like, I want it to be so perfect for you. It is so rewarding for me to give you that feeling of joy. Could you imagine if you gave it to yourself in your wellness journey? Because it's hard work to create perfection on your hair. And it is a lot of like, I'm in your face, like I'm in you. Like, if this doesn't look good, you are not going to be happy with me. In this, you won't be happy with you and you won't own it and you'll quit because you're going to hide. When I screw up at the hair salon, which hasn't happened in a while, but if I do, guess what? I have to look right at you and fix it and still feel uncomfortable and make you walk out happy. I have to face it. People don't want to face it in their wellness journey. Do you see, isn't it crazy? Like, right? Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, I think I blew my own damn mind. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But the work is the gratification. You can make an appointment. You can buy a challenge pack. You got to do something with it. You got to do something with it. And you got to keep facing it when the time gets tough. So it's not tough, it's growth, right? I would never be able to handle like confrontation or somebody who might be upset or whatever if I didn't lean into them. I couldn't handle it. And that's where I grew my backbone. And that's where I grew my tough skin. And I'm able to walk in more confidently. So when you come into the team calls and you work a program and you like when you post in the bod group, guys, by the way, boom, leadership, boom, leadership. It's that freaking easy. Don't doubt your boom for 1 second, right? And also too, we need you too. I can tell you, I need Susie to post. If Susie didn't post, I would feel lonely in our bod group. I would feel lonely. But when all these people post, I feel like, yes, I'm in it too. I got to put myself in there because I'm part of it, right? So what am I saying with all of this? What I'm saying is you have to do the work, right? And the thing that I learned tonight with my mammogram and this business is I am truly shifted. Tonight was what I needed. Today was what I needed to shift my mentality in this business to another level of leadership, another level, right? And you know what it is? I want to build a freaking income. I'm drop dead serious about it. A freaking income. I don't want to sell challenge packs. I want a freaking income. I want a relief plan for my family. I want to be like, got it. I want that, right? I want that. And you know what else I want? I want hungry people to link up next to me and be like, boo, I got you. What do you want? And I'll say, what do you want? And we are in it. And we're just not going to worry about when we get there. We're just going to get there. We're just going to go, right? So just think about what you want physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. What do you want? And you got to step, as I tell people all the time, if you're not a hairdresser, it doesn't matter. There is a chair in your house, and I want you to step behind that chair and own it. If you don't hit the mark, it doesn't equal failure. It does not equal failure. It says you're trying, you're moving, right? If Walt Disney didn't say that his mouse was the best because everybody thought it sucked. Hello, no Mickey Mouse ears for anybody, right? George Lucas, Star Wars, thought it was a flop, thought it was stupid. Guys, we all know the sound of Darth Vader, right? Like KFC, Colonel Sanders, he's old as dirt because he made his chicken at like 60 years old. That was when he was like, boom, because he kept saying, I have the best fried chicken. And here's the deal. The market in Beachbody is not oversaturated. It's not. It's your story. Tonight got really real for me because I think I matured in what I want. Guys, it's been 4 years in this business, and I think I reached a place where I'm like, aha, but you gotta have to kind of get rid of some things to get there. But you are not allowed to quit. You're not allowed to retreat back. So I don't know if this helps you. I don't know if this serves you, but I hope you see what I'm trying to say, because it's just kind of what's happened with me today. Lean in, right? Fight for it. And keep showing up behind the chair. Guys, it took me 10 years to own a salon. 10. I had people tell me I sucked. They told the manager that I was a horrible hairstylist. I didn't care. There were days that I had some people and no people. But you know what my superpower is? Consistency. I cried in the kitchen, right? I cried in the car. I didn't think I was cut out for it, but I just kept moving it forward because all of that's part of the battery to charge you. You feel me on that one? So I hope this helps you. I hope this serves you. And it reinforces to me tonight what happened today. And, the universe speaks, man. This business is about you sharing your growth for you. It's a therapeutic tool. Don't worry about these other people. It is they have to say yes. That's their business. You can dangle a carrot, but if it's not them, it's okay. Guys, only you, selfishly, abundantly, unapologetically, and let go of the rest. Let go of the rest. But more importantly, lean in more to the leadership of the business, because that's where you are going to find what you think you are missing, because you're not missing anything. You're just not putting yourself in there to get what you've been asking for. Does that make sense? All right. That's what I got.
I love it, Stacey. Thank you for all, that you share. It puts us in a place where we could be like, yes, we get it. And it's great to see, the fact that you have grown in your business after 4 years, the way that I have. Like, I could say that I've, grown too. And we all have this journey that's going to make us better. But in the end, I think that we just have to really just see the vision, tap into your leadership, tap into your mindset, and don't give up. It takes years, unfortunately, to really build this business. But it's like Stacey said, the instant gratification, it's not going to get us anywhere. It is about building that income, and that relief for our families, like Stacey said, if that's something that's important to us. So with that being said, I don't want to be, too much longer on the call. It's already been 45 minutes. I know it's late. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask or anything that they want to share before we close it out? Any questions? Anything? Everyone is good today?
Good. Good to see everybody. Really good to see. And for West Coast people and time, you guys, I think what's so great is that you carved out a time to reinforce your heart. The heart is the business, right? So, I mean, I'm sitting on a toilet right now. Let's be real. So let's just be real right now. But you know why? I want to tell the story to my kids that I sat in. We're at my mom's house right now. We moved and we're waiting for our whenever our house will come. But I want them to see that you most certainly can do anything anywhere. And I'm living proof of it. Like, I'm very proud to sit on this toilet. I know that sounds weird, but I really am, because it doesn't matter. doesn't matter. Sit on a toilet, step behind the chair. That's what I got for you tonight.
I love it. All right, we'll wrap up with that. Mel, did you want to say something?
Yes. I don't know if other members on our team are having the same issue. I used to find it very easy to press the follow button. And now it's become very hard for me to press the follow button. Conversations, it's hard for me to feel like authentic. I feel like maybe I'm just going to the wrong kind of people that I'm looking at. Because if I would just press like follow, and then weed them out later on if they weren't my cup of tea. But lately, I guess I've been trying to pay attention more, and I'm just like, ooh, and I'm just like nexting everyone, which is not what you're supposed to be doing.
Hell yeah, you're supposed to be doing that. That's great. You're finding your people. Are you freaking kidding me?
Right, but I'm not really finding anyone because I'm not really making conversations or.
Well, okay, let's reverse engineer that super quickly. Are you nervous to do it? And that's okay if it's a yes. That's
maybe, but I wasn't before.
Okay. But you don't, the more, like Susie said, the more you work on you and the more you keep working your program, we're going back to that 101, work that program, show up on a call. You're going to build, like you go behind the chair when I do hair, the more I foil, the better I get, the more confident I am, the more I can speak rather than go, well, I mean, like, it's okay. Like, and I'm trying to be another stylist, right? You just have to keep stepping behind the chair, like literally write that down. Keep stepping behind the chair, because everything that feels weird and icky or weird, whatever, is going to serve you in the education of how you want to be. You will build confidence in the, but if they aren't your people, how cool is it that you are learning to weed them out? And that's okay. And if it's not an authentic conversation, good for you. You want to have an authentic conversation. So see that mindset shift, right? You're like, but I'm not having any conversations. Just get more confident in what you're presenting to them and speaking on your story. Start there, then grow your branches in combo. You see what I'm saying? Like grow the ammunition there, and like you need us, we'll breathe into that for you for a minute. Susie will breathe into you. I'll breathe into you.
I just feel like it's really hard to do like a power hour because it's like if you can't even add, 10 people, how are you going to do everything else? You know what I mean?
Well, what if you just added one? In a week, you'll have 7.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just always remember, it's, one is better than none. Like when I go to the hair salon, again, I'm really learning that my business in hair can serve me here, right? On Sunday, I said to myself, okay, I just want to have 3 new clients join my salon. 3. One came last night. So that was one new one. And then you know what happened? The mom and the daughter made their appointments. I go, I just got 3. And I started laughing and I was like, this is too easy. But it's just start small. One. That's it. 1 can give you 3. Right? How many times do you give a referral to the hair client? Oh, my girl's so great. Boom, 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 boom. Don't forget that.
I'll add this too, Mel. So when I look at the Susie 5 years ago, I was not someone who was composed. I was someone who was depressed. I was someone who was irritated. I was someone who was kind of angry at the world. I was someone who was feeling like if I had no purpose. And if at the time Christy Delgado would have judged me on that, I wouldn't be here today. So I only say that because remember, we are the people that could help others become their better version. So right now, if you're looking at someone, let's say it's a woman and you're like, ugh, we have to also remember she's a work in progress. And maybe you're that person that could come in and be like, hey, did you know that, this is what we offer and this is what's going to help you become your better self. because I was a hot mess 5 years ago. Not to say I'm not that now, but at the same time, I mean, I have my days that way, but I'm going to be real. There are far and few in between because I've grown to be someone who is wiser based on all the books I've read in the last 5 years. I'm one to know that my fitness ripples into the life that I live. I'm one to know that my habits, make me a better woman into, with the choices that I'm making. So, you're working on better habits. You're not working on downward spiral habits. So I am a very different version of the person that I was 5 years ago. So when you follow people, have that in the back burner, that maybe this is a mom who's a real hot mess because she has no structure, no family to help her, and she's just in survival. And maybe you look at what something superficial that you'll see on a story and be like, or on a feed and be like, ugh, but you don't know the kind of nights that she's having. We don't know the cross that they're carrying. We don't know the heaviness that they feel. We don't know the darkness that they're in. And we certainly don't know the burdens that they have. So I don't let, too much of, like, I don't overthink it. Maybe I want to express myself properly. I don't overthink it because I know that maybe I'm that person that they need that can be like, hey, I'm paving the way. And so, this is maybe something that can enhance your life. I don't know if that helps you because I love what Stacey's saying, that you're finding your people. But a lot of times, I feel like if we can't really judge a book by its character, especially like in the 5 a.m. club, it talks about that. It says the way that sometimes what we see is surface level. It doesn't define the character that they are, or the quality of a person that they are. And a lot of this is just sometimes even, a facade. So it's about really getting to know the people through conversations, really seeing how they are and who they're about, and then getting to their heart and saying, hey, this is so much bigger than fitness. This is about you and I connecting and, me shedding light to you so that you could then shine your light to others. And so I hope that that gives you a little bit of a different perspective, because if I were to have judged, people, I would probably have no customers. There's been a lot of people where I'm like, that's not my person, but let me try. And then they turned out to be people that I'm like, wow. So
when I say that it's something I'm being judged, is that I feel like I can't be authentic. I feel like we would have nothing in common. And I feel like, how you always try to look for like that special, like, that's a cute lipstick. Where did you get it? That's cute shoes. That's cute. I'm just like I can't think of a lot.
But that's good. That's good.
That's what I mean.
But that's
like, I just feel like it's not coming out authentic. So it's like I'm like I'm stuck on mute, even like I took a picture a few days ago. I haven't posted the picture because it's like I go to write something and I don't even know what I'm going to write. It's
are
just
you
like
reading
I'm like
personal development? Are you reading a book? Are you reading a book that's feeding you all that?
I'm doing the 100 believing bigger.
See, but that's not a personal development. That's a devotional. And you could talk about whatever speaks to you from that book. But like, for example, like when you look at my book, I get a lot of my content. I'll show you. A lot of my posts, look at my book. It's highlighted. So a lot of my posts come straight from here. So when he says, one that can make you an empire builder along with a world changer, I already know, yes, that's exactly who I am. I'm trying to build an empire and I want to be a world changer. So today in my post of my birthday, I talked about that. I talked about how the people that are in my life have impacted me and have imprinted my life. That was what I felt in my own words I can give based on, what I'm reading, what I'm highlighting. So when you're constantly reading a book that you can constantly be highlighting in, you're getting your material right from here. This, I didn't have a highlighter, I underlined. You're constantly getting value from here, or a podcast, or even in your workout. If you're really listening to what Amala's saying, you can transcend that into your own post and say, today when I worked out or I read my book, I resonated with being an empire builder. And I know that's a big word, but man, I'd love to build an empire, and I'm looking for women that want to, like, you can just run with it. So you've got to be digging deep on personal development And when you're really, really into your fitness, not just half-assing, and I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying that I think that for me, it's helped me build content. And that content is the value that I say, okay, when I read my post, is this going to help someone? Hell yes. Because there's a lot of women right now that, are going through their days, they're waking up and they have no structure, no morning routine, no goals, no desire, no purpose. So I'm not saying you're being judgy. I'm just saying in general how sometimes our minds will be like, that's not my person. Maybe so, but we also are called to get to know other people. And a lot of times we really can't get to know them unless if we try to have conversations. So if it doesn't feel authentic, go back to personal development, really hone in on your fitness, and then go to like a bookstore or a fashion, a boutique that you really love. Go in there, look for mommies that are holding their babies or whatever, or a teenager, like a mom that's with a teenager or something. And you could be like, oh my God, I saw that you're with your daughter, at a concert. When, at what age did she first go to a concert? I have a teenage daughter and I don't know how I feel about taking her to a concert. Like it's about, like Stacey says, don't keep it surface level. Really dig deep. What can you ask that mom that maybe she is suffering? And you could be like, hey, let me get to know you. And then at that point, you can decide if they're for you. But I think we've got to dig deep, and that's also going to help you grow.
Mhm.
I hope that makes sense. I hope that serves you.
Yeah,
You know
I
what's
did.
been serving me too, real quickly, is honestly, I've made a pact in my own journey with this bar program since I'm doing it for like the 500 round. Every week I'm going to go live and share what I'm going through. They need to hear you. And then they'll see your authentic self. Like I went live today on my Facebook and I'm at the place because of the mindset growth, like Susie's saying, like you've got to be reading a book that is fuel, like the devotional is different. That is spiritual. That is for you. That is all you wrapped up with God's love. That is not for them. That is for you. The 5 a.m. club is a book to take how she gets ignited from her own self-love and burst that out into other people. Right. So there's two things, right? And they're double awesome, so just make sure you do those things. But I'm at the point where I told people in my life, I'm like, I am a Beachbody coach. You will receive an invite from me. If you don't want it, unfollow me. I do not care. And I said it. I was like, I love you. Please don't take that the wrong way. But I am on social media for a reason. I'm not posting flowers. I am really taking care of my life and purposefully sharing. So if you need it, you can sync up with me or whoever else is on Team Beachbody that you vibe with. I'm very happy to say, you know what? I might not be the coach for you, but go connect with Susie. I don't want the points. I want them to change their life. If I have to give them to another stylist, I give them away. That's my job. My job is to give you what you need, right? So maybe go live a little bit. That might be really hard or intimidating, but like just like work on you. That's it. Work on you. And you're going to build that confident muscle. And then you're going to get to those places. You will. And it's just a byproduct of it. You will.
Yeah. I agree with Stacey. I think that if you go live, Mel, I think that, or in your stories, you could even share what you're cooking. It has nothing to do with Beachbody.
Yeah.
You could just be like, hey guys, I'm popping this up today. I know it's really simple. Maybe for you, some of you might like it. Maybe some of you won't, but I'm going to share for the person that can, that needs some ideas today. I'm doing right now some chicken on the, pan, and I'm going to cook up some veggies, and I'm going to drop in some avocado oil, and I'm going to cut up some, cucumbers with tomatoes, and hope this helps. That's it. Something simple. Trust me, you're gonna get a conversation out of that. You can get, go live in your stories about doing your workout with your doggies. Talk about your dog boarding business. You could talk about how you are renovating your house. There's so much that you can talk about, and that is going to feel authentic to you. And then the people that are going to respond and engage with you, that's how you're going to know that those are the people that care, that they're taking the time to like talk to you.
And talk about the fact that you have a boyfriend and you're a mom. Do you mean people have boyfriends that they're like, Like, and you're working out and he's coming over and it's different for you now. Like,
And he's working on himself now too.
yeah, like you have so much to talk about.
Yeah, there's
But
a
for
lot.
you, remember, it's not to them. Your post should be a Dear Diary entry for you to grow. That, like, if I were a therapist, Mel, and I said, Mel, I need you to post every day. I want you to hear your soul. That's your diary book. I need you to do this. If I worded it that way, you would be running to it. But all of a sudden, this switch flips, and we think, oh, I'm a coach. Now it's about them. No, it's all about you. So you got to write that down so you see that. So you're more intentional of grasping that. And once you grasp it, you're not going, but I don't know what to say it about them. Oh, no. It's not about them. It's about you. Onto them. See the difference? When I say screw them, I don't mean that meanly. I mean, it's you. And I think it took me, I don't know, Susie, I think it took me 4 years to figure that out.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll help you, Mel. Like, think outside the box, babe, because Beachbody is not your life. There's so much more that you could be sharing. You know what I mean? That is going to feel authentic to you. You have a lot going for you, Mel. You know, you're an independent woman, a single mom. You work, you're the provider. You're the one that's doing things in your house. You are starting a business with a dog boarding. A lot of people don't even have the courage to start any business. You're doing it. You know, you're caring for your grandmother from afar. You're handling all the things in that property. You know, you're inspiring your husband, your boyfriend to change. I mean, you're raising a teenager. Look at all the things you could be talking about. So it's just, you know, shining your light, and trust me that the people that are meant to like get the radiation from your light, they're gonna come to you. So we'll close with that because it's past 10 and I know it's late, you guys. Sorry that we went a little bit over, but I hope it was helpful, because leadership and mindset is critical in this business, ladies. You know, it's very easy to get like to drown in the monotonous activities. And then we kind of want to quit. And then we're like, nobody's biting. And, you know, we get into this mindset of, oh my God, you know, no one's like, I'm not selling challenge packs. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of all that mindset. You do you post for your accountability, share your light, help people. And trust me, everything else is going to be a byproduct. Everything else will be a byproduct. Promise. All right. So have a great night. I will post a recording as soon as I upload it tomorrow. I'm going to bed. I am so tired. We've been going to sleep so late lately. So I'll post it tomorrow. But if you have any questions, reach out. We are here to help you. We love you. Stacy and I will do anything we can to get you girls to be super successful. That is really our ultimate mission. This is not for us so much about us. Yes, it is. But at the same time, it's like the most rewarding thing is seeing our team succeed, because that's fuel to us. That makes us feel we're aligned with our purpose. And that's going to, you know, build all of our businesses. So I hope that you girls remember that. All right. Have a great night. Awesome to see you, ladies. Talk soon. Bye.